that was the case for a lot of families in that part of the world at that time, where something that they didn't ask for had to come in, something very ugly that was causing people to question whether they could continue to live where they lived. And, you know, which was the case for Ken's family that we portray. They basically had this very tough decision to make of leaving everything they know behind, the people in the streets and everyone who knows them and loves them and looks out for them, and go away somewhere where the family are going to be safer. So, you know, for much of the movie, they're, you know, battling to come to terms with that choice and essentially make that choice.
How much of it is actually did take place?
You know, it's important to tell this story in a different way than it's been told before, maybe on screen. And we've seen the Troubles depicted in many different forms and with brilliant movies, by the way, but often in a slightly more violent lens or sectarian lens, a paramilitary lens, political lens, but never through the eyes of a 9-year-old boy, at something that is probably more relatable to the everyday person, you know, which is important.
And I understand that actually on one scene, Jude Hill actually fell asleep.
Yep, that was during one of Caitriona's monologues.
I think you'll find that's not accurate. I was he was reading a book on method acting the week before, and I think he'd stolen it from Jamie's trailer.
It was unbelievable. Like, a fair credit to him. Like, he is meant to be asleep in the scene, and he went for it. And actually, it informed. It's a very important scene in the movie, and it informed how we played the scene, because, you know, it added an authenticity to it that we wouldn't have gotten. He was literally snoring. So Caitriona and I, you know, naturally sort of lowered our voices to like a hushed whisper to have the conversation, because the proximity of the boys there and Jude literally asleep and trying not to wake him up. So it informed the scene, which was all you can ask for, really. So it was a very well timed and, you know, important kip.
Judi Dench. What was she like to work with?
We did a series of watching movies in the cinema. We had that like half a day in that cinema sort of set up. And we were watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and I went, Jesus, Judy, like, how many times have you seen this movie? And she was, never. So she just never goes to the cinema. Like, she'd never seen anything. And I tested her on like massive films, and she hadn't seen any of them. I know she's seen Belfast because she sat in front of me at a screening at the BFI in London. So I know she's seen Belfast.